Morning everyone, and continuing our chakra journey. This one is Vishuddhi Chakra, the throat chakra, all about communications. Positive affirmations help as we go through our yoga flow, things like I speak my truth openly and freely, or my opinion matters, positive affirmations. Some people find this quite emotional, opening up your communication channels, particularly when we do all this. So if it feels emotional at any point, then obviously don't open as much, it's fine, just go with what you feel. Yeah, so this flow is all about the throat chakra and focusing on that area. So if you come into a comfortable sitting position, nice straight spine, doesn't matter what your legs are doing, okay, as long as your spine is nicely upright. Close your eyes and then relax through your body and just feel how you feel. Tune into any areas of tension, anything that doesn't feel quite right. And try and sort of soften it, particularly around your pelvis. Okay, feel the whole of your pelvis sitting in this position. You'll find some things do tighten up, okay, but try and soften them, relax them. It might allow your body to sort of settle a little bit. You might need to adjust a little bit, okay, but just do it. Try and bring softness to your whole body, relaxing your arms, upper arms just hang down from your shoulders, hands wherever that allows them to be. Gently tuck your chin in so you feel a gentle sort of stretch into the back of your head, not too much, okay. Just aligning the spine up into your skull. Okay, press into your sit bones, lift through the crown, try and bring some space between the vertebrae, or feel as if you're bringing space between the vertebrae. And once you've done all that, start to focus on your breath and your breathing, breathing in and out through your nostrils. 2 or 3 nice, deep, steady inhales. And then we're going to focus on the throat chakras, so bringing an Ujjahi breath to your breathing. Okay, so we just constrict the back of the throat, make the sound of the ocean. And to start off, it's quite fine to open your mouth as you exhale, just so you can hear the noise your throat's making in this fashion. Sound of the ocean. Some people say the sound of Darth Vader, okay, but whatever you want to focus on, then try and get that sound. And then the full Ujjayi breath is exactly the same, but just keep your mouth closed, okay, so we constrict the back of the throat, still make that sound, but it pretty much goes internal, and it's a vibration that's set up in your head, okay, or throat anyway, throat to head. So try that, so nice deep inhale. Constricting the back of the throat, you can make the sound on the inhale too. Okay, 2 or 3 nice deep steady breaths with Ujjayi breathing. And once you release the breath, so do 2 or 3 Ujjayi breaths and then release the throat. Don't make an Ujjayi sound. And then just open your throat, okay? It really does help to increase the volume of air into your lungs, makes it easier to breathe, okay? So as if you're trying to drink a large quantity of liquid, as you inhale, open your throat. Okay, and you'll feel that ease with your inhale, and it does really help, okay? So a couple of nice, steady, open throat breaths. And once you've completed that, open your eyes, take a soft focus on the floor, get used to having your eyes open, continue to relax through your body, feel everything, and focus on your breath and your body. And then nice and slowly, bring your arms out to the sides, palms facing up, nice and slowly, journey to raised arm pose, intertwine your fingers, press the backs of the hands upwards and soften shoulders, sides of your body. Okay, nice steady breathing. Try and relax and isolate your head and neck so the movement of your arms isn't really affecting them. Nice deep breath in here. As you exhale, nice and steady, sway to the right hand side, releasing and feeling that tightness increase in the left hand side of your body, and then breathe into your left rib cage. Okay, just steady breaths, focusing on that feeling that you get as you do it. Nice and slowly come up to the top and over to the other side. Same thing, feel the tightness increase, hold it, don't overdo it. And then breathe into the right rib cage. Come on up, stretch everything up away, engage those muscles, shoulders up to fingertips. And then sternum forwards and up, okay, an upper spine curl, look up at the ceiling or just gaze. And then you can release your head all the way if it feels comfortable. Tilt your head back as far as you can, jut your chin to the ceiling. And then release your chin, bring your head back up, release your sort of torso in exactly the same settled position. Release your hands to your thighs and then relax everything down. Okay, nice and slowly release your head to the right hand side. Okay, so right ear presses towards top of right shoulder. Try and relax and soften the opposite side of your neck, this side here, all the way down. And then once you're over and you're sort of trying to soften those muscles, bring your arm just out to the side, palm facing forward, okay, until you feel that sort of little tickle, that little tingle. And you can just gently pulse that arm back the way, okay, so that you feel those muscles stretching in your neck into your upper back, also probably into your shoulder, okay. So gentle pulsing, release the head, and then gently roll it forwards, feel this sort of stretch move. And then gently roll it backwards. Again, softening everything as you do so. And then nice and slowly, bring your head back up and then bring your back of your hand round onto your back. So you can see mine sort of poking out, but don't worry about how far you take it, just try and bring it to your back. Okay, and then once more, same side, so right ear, so your left arm's behind your back, right ear to the top of right shoulder. Okay, it might feel a little bit more intense now, and then gently press that sort of left shoulder away from your ear as you release your head. And then release your head forwards, okay, so sort of diagonal position. You'll feel that real tightness probably in the back of your neck. Try and soften it, relax it, breathe. Okay, come on up. Nice and slowly back to the center, release that arm, and then straight over the other side. You'll feel a bit lopsided, so let's balance it up. Okay, left ear to top of left shoulder. Relax those muscles, they'll tighten, they'll try and stop you doing it until they know it's safe, your brain that is. Okay, try and release this right shoulder away, create space between the earlobe and shoulder, and then bring your arm out to the side, okay, about sort of halfway, just don't sort of over stress it, just feel. Palms forward and then gentle pulse backwards, okay, as you try and release and soften that muscle. Head forward, feel it move, stretch on in, head back, okay, feel it move again, and then nice and slowly release your arm, bring it round behind your back, bring your head back up to the centre, okay, so walk your hand as far over that side as you can, try and soften and release this side of your bod. Okay, same side, okay, release the left ear, top of left shoulder, your right arm is around behind you. Okay, gently pull the head over to the side. Okay, you can enhance it by gently pulling with your other arm, actually sort of helps to hyperdo it, but don't overdo it. Okay, nice and steady, nice and slowly, release the head forward, follow the move, follow the feeling. And then come back up. And then release and come round to the centre, and then just sit and try and sort of feel that sort of balanced feeling in your neck. Okay, maybe a 360 rotation facing forwards. Okay, so not a 360 rotation in the sort of horizontal plane. This is more in the vertical plane, both ways. And feel it soft, your neck. And then intertwine your fingers, bring it behind your head, elbows out to the side, so open through the chest, so allow your shoulders to realise what you're doing. Soften everything nice and steady, release your chin to your chest, okay? Press your chin into your chest, gentle pressure, back of the head. Okay, soften everything, connect eachly, massage or feel the muscles in your neck as you do this. And then nice and slowly come the other way, okay? So tilting your head up to the ceiling, elbows out. Okay, and then just feel that sort of, try and press into your shoulder blades as you lift up, opening the elbows, sort of squeeze them together. And then nice and slowly come back out. Release your arms out to the sides, palms facing down, and then widen everything, okay? So widen, press your upper bones out of your shoulder sockets, be as wide as you can. Okay, feel that width. A couple of nice deep inhales. And then bend the elbows, bring the fingers onto the shoulders. Okay, and then just sort of rotate your, a bit like you're sort of rowing and you've got a single paddle. Okay, so nice rotations to the shoulders both ways. And then come back to the starting position, lift the elbows, and then just gentle twist side to side. Okay, nice steady breathing, don't overdo it, just wherever your sort of natural body twist takes you, that's fine. Okay, softening everything, breathing, getting the blood flowing into your low back, particularly with this one. And obviously shoulders, but shoulders should be nicely warm by now. And then come back to steady state position, release, and then unravel your legs and come into sitting position with bent knees. Okay, I'll move out your way. Yarwick, you just stay where you are, of course, always. Okay, so we're going to go through sort of a flow, boat or half boat pose to reverse tabletop. Okay, so it's as well when we start these core exercises to just assist it slightly. So if we just release our torso backwards, nice bent knees, until you've got straight arms, okay? So you'll sort of know the position. If you've got long arms, then you're a bit of disadvantage, you go back further. Okay, but just come into a position and then just straighten through the spine, so don't allow your low back to slouch. And then just hold for a couple of moments and breathe and feel. Okay, so feel everything you're using now. Your lower core, deep core will sort of fire up. Feel your abdominals, feel the upper thigh muscles, hip flexors, all around that area. Okay, when you're ready, come up to the sort of half boat position. Lower legs parallel, flex feet, spread the toes. We always try and keep those flex feet, spread toes in yoga. Some people call it flointing, or the yogic foot. Okay, so you're sort of like flexing your feet, spreading your toes, pulling your toes towards your knees, and then you sort of soften it. You push the balls of your feet away. Okay, so they feel more balanced and sort of halfway between a flex and a point, I suppose, which is why it's called a floint. Okay, but that's the sort of position we try and engage. What that does, it engages the whole of the foot. Okay, soles. You can see the muscles if you look. Anyway, okay, so if you can either hold there or come out to the sides into full half boat pose. Okay, focus, try and keep that integrity in the spine. Take a nice deep breath in here. As you exhale, squeeze knees to chest. And then as you release, bring the soles to the floor, palms to the floor, just behind your hips, fingers pointing towards your feet. Press into the soles of your feet and come up into reverse tabletop, where we try and be straight line between knees and shoulders. Release the head somewhere comfortable. Release your head. Okay, so again we're concentrating on the throat, so you can really release your head back, but go with your feeling in your neck. And we can really increase the hamstrings of this one. So if we press into our feet, pull our heels back to our hands, squeeze your bum at the same time, okay, you'll feel that lovely engagement of your hamstrings. Okay, soften everything as you release your bum to the floor. Now try and bring your bum back between your feet before you press it down, and then nice and slowly, arms out to the side, come back into half boat pose. That's integrity in the spine, soften everything, take a breath in. As you exhale, knee squeeze, okay, now try and hold the knee squeeze, okay, that core compression, feel it deep in your core, hold it, squeeze, nice and slowly release, heels to the floor this time, fingers pointing the other way, away from you, press into the soles of your feet, lift your hips, okay, now you'll feel it different rotation in your shoulders. It's externally rotating as opposed to internally, so you may not go up as far, or you may feel better. Okay, hips lifted, straight line, remember, or attempted straight line, knees to shoulders, release the head so uncomfortable, as it's Vishuddhi, throat chakra, try and open it wide, feel that sort of opening in your throat, close your eyes, relax, squeeze your bum, pull your heels back to your hands, squeeze the bum, hold it, breathe, maybe do a gentle rock back and forth, okay, be careful of your shoulders, and then come back, release the bum towards the ground, close to your hands this time, bum to the floor, release, come up into half boat pose, hold this position, take a breath in, final time, okay, squeeze those thighs and chest together, feel that core compression, try and hold it, and then release the heels to the floor, give yourself a cuddle, curl the spine, and then breathe. Okay, nice steady deep breathing. Well done. And then come into a tabletop position on the mat. Okay, so wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips, tops of the feet in contact with the floor. I always like to start with a hip flow, sort of free flow, side to side, just to soften and release your pelvis and hips and low back. Okay, should be nicely warm now after what we've just done. Okay, and then come into your neutral tabletop. Pull your belly up towards your spine. Try and feel sort of flat through your back, so nicely sort of in line. And then all we're going to do is just turn the head to the left-hand side first of all. So keeping the spine in alignment, turn your head all the way to the left-hand side, squeeze the neck muscles, and then soften everything, release as you inhale, coming back to the center. Start to exhale, turn the head the other way, okay? So squeeze the neck to the right-hand side, and then all the way back, one more either side. Left-hand side, squeeze, right-hand side, squeeze, and then come back to neutral tabletop. Okay, scapular press-ups, okay, so the arms remain straight, press into all 6 points on the floor, and then all we're going to do is just release the chest to the floor, okay, so we press it to the floor. Okay, now feel your shoulder blades squeeze together, and then press into your hands, and then lift your chest up. Okay, so you feel the shoulder blades separate. Okay, so feel it, widen your shoulders if you can, and then release them, allow them to squeeze together as you release your chest to the floor. Okay, that real press as you go down, try not to soften your elbows, keep them nicely pillar-like. One more, stretching everything up, widening as you pull your torso upwards. Okay, really feeling what you're doing in your shoulders, the scapula, those muscles in your upper back. Okay, final time, chest to the floor, squeeze it together, and then come up and stretch that shoulder blades, or those shoulder blades, and then come down to your neutral tabletop. Okay, tuck your toes. And we're going to come into bear pose. Okay, so just take it easy, press into your toes, lift your knees, maybe just hover them above the floor. Okay, now feel the sort of strength in your core muscles to hold you in this position. Okay, now you can start to gently pull back onto the back of the mat and then push forward. Okay, and back. Careful with your wrists as you go forward. Okay, just monitor them. Okay, try it with soften the elbows. So floating back and forth. Okay, feeling the strength being supported by your legs as you move back, transferring to your shoulders as you move forward. Okay, nice steady flowing from one way to the other. And then bring your knees to the floor, come back to your neutral tabletop. Okay, cat-cow, up at the ceiling. Really try and squish that head up, eyes to the tops of the sockets, bum pushes to the ceiling, belly pushes to the floor. Okay, nice and slowly the other way, curling the spine, squeezing chin to chest, look back at your thighs, feel that lovely strength, press into all 6 points. Okay, if you press into the tops of your feet, okay, you'll feel the tops of your thighs far up. Okay, one more cow. Okay, lifting your head up at the ceiling, eyes to the tops of the sockets. And then the other way, curling through your spine, squeezing everything together. And then come down to neutral tabletop. And then come down onto your forearms. Okay, and then we're just going to walk out on our forearms to come into a version of puppy pose. Okay, on our forearms. So we should be feeling this in our shoulders, maybe our hips. Okay, but if we keep in your tabletop rear position, so thighs are still vertical, and then walk you can intertwine your fingers if you want to keep your elbows in check. Walk your forearms out, okay, until you feel that feeling in your armpits. Okay, try and melt your chin and your chest to the floor as you move out. Don't overdo it, okay, but just gentle pressure down. Chin and chest to the floor. Okay, breathe. Okay, now come back a little bit. Okay, tuck your toes. Okay, we're going to come into sort of dolphin pose on. So straighten your legs. Okay, and come into sort of dolphin pose. Now just feel everything. Okay, you can walk your toes up. Okay, we're going to put some more pressure on your shoulders. Press your heels towards the floor, straighten your legs a little bit, push your bum to the ceiling. Okay, now try all those things. Hold in dolphin pose for a couple of moments. And then release your knees to the floor. Come back up. We're going to come into plank pose. Okay, so hands under your shoulders, feet about hip width apart. Okay. And then bum just slightly above the horizontal, okay, to sag down in that way there, okay, so holding your tummy muscles nicely strong, okay, head down to the floor. Now, we're just going to move the head to start off with, so once you're settled, the rest of your bod, so you're gently pressing into your bent toes, you're gently pushing your heels backwards, you're gently pushing the backs of your knees to the ceiling, squeeze your bum, helps to support your low back. Press into your hands, pull them back to your toes, push your toes to your hands and squeeze your core, okay, so you feel nicely strong. Okay, and then as we hold the position, all we're going to do is turn our head to the left hand side, okay, squeezing the neck muscles once more, and then turn the head the other way, squeezing once more, back to the center, and then again, nothing else moves, step your head, tilt your head to the ceiling, eyes to the tops of the sockets, squeeze, and then head the other way. So chin to chest, squeeze everything down. Final breath, nice and slowly coming up into downward dog. Okay, so bicycling the legs, first downward dog for the day. Nice steady breathing as you do so. And then into three-legged downward dog, so lifting the right leg
up, press the heel away, flex foot, spread the toes, bend the knee, that lifted leg, and then release it over to the left hand side, okay, into a three-legged down dog with that open right hip. Okay, so pulling that knee up, opening the hip, feeling everything as you do so. Final breath, nice and slowly. Bring that knee all the way through. We're going to come into a lunge position. Okay, so squeeze it up, place that foot at the front. Okay, and just relax into a high lunge to begin with. Okay, just releasing your hips forward and down, softening through your hip flexors. Okay, feeling that sort of release as you do so, or not. Okay, if it's really tight. Okay, but just gentle flexing. Well done. And then what we're going to do is just hop that rear foot back into a warrior position. We're going to come up into warrior one and doing a sort of flow all the way through the warrior poses. So nice and slowly, left arm pendulums round and come into a warrior two position. Okay, from high lunge. Okay, relax the shoulders, arms in line. Okay, be as wide as you can. Okay, below the waist. Okay, that front knees nicely stacked over the ankle and in line with the foot. Okay, not pressing one side or the other. Okay, rear legs straight but not locked. So we're going to only lock it out and then soften the knee. Press into that foot. Okay, if you do that, feel the inner thigh muscles fire up. Same thing, press into that foot. Feel this inner thigh muscle fire up. Relax the shoulders. Your gaze is that middle finger all the way into the distance. Okay, reverse warrior. Turn the front palm. Inhale, arc everything down. This rear hand hits the rear thigh. Extend everything up to the ceiling. Take a breath in. As you exhale, arc a little bit more. Feel that lovely stretch right hand side. Flow back to our warrior two by feel. Okay, side angle, bending the elbow, bringing it down onto the thigh. Other arm pendulums forward. Okay, it's trying to be a sort of straight line between that rear leg and the arm, and extend everything. I feel it really much a lot here when I do this. Okay, so soften that area, try and feel it, breathe into it. Okay, flying back to our warrior two. Okay, trying to return to the position, feeling back into it. Triangle pose, so straighten the front leg. These forward fingers that you're looking at go out. That rear hip goes backwards, rotating. Okay, soften this knee, try not to lock it out. Okay, and then open the arms in line. Okay, your final drishti or focus is either up at the ceiling or straight down on the floor. Okay, so remain pressing down into those feet. Revolve triangle. Okay, upper arm joins the other arm down below, and then try and feel your pelvis sort of level up. And then swap over, okay? So left arm remains down, right arm comes all the way up, okay? Don't worry about how far you lift it, just do your best and try and hold, stay strong below the waist. Okay, nice and slowly come back round, okay? You can tickle the floor with your fingers. Just going to hop a little bit closer and coming into a bowing warrior position, okay? And soften the knees, you can play about with that, okay? And then nice flat sort of spine, and come up, you can support yourself on your leg if you need to, and either bring the arms down beside your torso, palms facing one another, okay, and then trying to extend, so push the crown of your head away, okay, trying to lengthen or intertwine the fingers around your back, and then start to bring the arms up to wherever you can get to. Take a breath in. As you exhale, bowing warrior, okay, bring the arms up. Okay, now feel that weight press into that front leg, maybe feel it in the hamstrings, low back, calf muscles even. Okay, try not to lighten too much on that rear foot, okay, try and balance the weight. Okay, nice breathing, soften everything, release, bring your fingers to the floor, and then left leg joins right into forward fold, grab hold of your elbows, and then gentle sway from side to side. Releasing your torso, head, neck and arms, allowing to hang like rag dolls, and then release your hands to the floor, and then right leg comes back into lunge, and then left leg joins right coming into downward dog. Okay, so we're going to do exactly the same move that we've just done on the other side. Okay, so this time left leg lifting into three-legged downward dog, push the heel away, flex foot, spread the toes, bend at the knee, open that hip, okay, and just hold for a couple of seconds, sort of allow the weight of that leg to open you up. Breathe nice and steadily, and then nice and slowly bringing that knee all the way through, squeezing up, placing the foot into our lunge position. Okay, holding for a couple of moments in our lunge position, releasing the hips forwards and down, softening everything. And then hopping that rear foot into our warrior position, flowing up into warrior two with the right arm leading. Okay, that rear foot, remember, 40 to 60 degrees, can be up to 90 degrees in warrior two. Okay, wherever you feel most stable. Just puts a different sort of feeling into your hip the more you turn it. Relax the shoulders, distance between the fingers, front knee nicely stacked, rear leg straight but not locked. Press into the feet, squeeze them together. Relax the shoulders, take a focal point away into the distance, or just at that middle finger. Reverse warrior, turn the palm, inhale, coming up, extend up to the ceiling, continue the arc, left hand side nicely tight, soften back into warrior two, side angle, coming down to the thigh, other arm over into a sort of straight line, feel that lovely stretch. Mid torso maybe, into hip. Okay, coming back up into warrior two. Triangle, straight the front leg, this three front fingers go forward, hip back, rotate. Come on down, doesn't matter where this leg is, it could be inside the thigh or wherever. Okay, but just do your best, and then try and lengthen from your hip through the crown of your head when you're in triangle. Press into your feet, keep squeezing your feet together. Breathe, focal point, ceiling or floor. Okay, bring the upper arm to join the other one into this revolved triangle. Try and bring your pelvis sort of more square. If your foot's 90 degrees, it's more difficult, so pull it 40 to 60. Pointing to the top corner sometimes helps. Okay, and then swap over. Okay, so opening the other way, still staying strong below the waist. Final breath in. And then bring both hands down, use them for support. Hop in, coming into our bowing warrior. Remember, lengthen from your pelvis all the way through your crown. Come on up, or stay where you are. Arms down by your sides first of all. Energize the arms backwards. Extend the crown of the head, tuck the chin in. Okay, intertwine the fingers if you wish. Press the backs of the hands away, lift the arms. Nice deep breath in, and then nice and slowly you can bring that weight down into that front leg. Okay, pressing into the floor, lifting the arms into bowing warrior. Final breath here. Lift back up. Release the arms. Come down to the floor. Right leg joins left into forward fold. Arms out to the sides. Come on all the way up into raised arm pose. And then arms open. Okay, shoulder blades squeezing together as you come down. Arms all the way around, bring them onto your bum, fingers pointing down, thumbs out, squeeze your elbows together. Nice deep breath in, gaze to the ceiling, sternum forwards and up. Release your head, open through the throat and the neck. Squeeze your elbows together. Sternum forward and up. Okay, this is an upper spine curl. Try and leave your low back alone. You can feel it anyway. Final breath. Release back up. Arms back out. Feel the shoulder blades squeeze together as you come up. Raised arm pose. And then arms out to the sides. As you do so, bending the knees. Okay, bring your hands down to the floor into balancing squat. Open the knees, arms forward. Try and gracefully sit back
back down to a sitting position on the floor. Okay, give your legs a little bit of a wobble, and then come on to your forearms. You can bring your sort of backs of your hands underneath your low back to support it if it feels better. Okay, so elbows in, maybe underneath your shoulders, if you can get them that far, and then come into our wonderful sitting position on the floor. A couple of breaths here, flexing the feet or flointing them, and then straighten your legs up to the ceiling. Okay, pushing your heels away, flexing your feet, spreading your toes, and then feel the effect on your core. Nice deep breath in, soften the knees, release the legs away from you. Okay, come down, maybe hover them on the floor, and then nice and slowly bring them back up. Straighten the legs again. Okay, feel that lovely engagement, the wibbly wobbly. Take a breath in, soften the knees, come on down, hover them, come back up, straighten them, and then to our sitting position, and then straighten one leg out to the floor. Okay, just hover it. Okay, bring the other one in line. Okay, flex them, keep them nicely engaged, and then swap over. Hand swap over. Hand swap over. One more either side. Right forward, left back, left forward, right back, and then bring your feet to the floor in this fashion here. And then we're going to come into fish pose. Again, this just means bringing or straightening your arms a little bit further down. You can come onto your back, but stretch your hands towards your feet, palms down, backs of the hands pointing up, so you're sort of sitting on the backs of your hands, maybe your wrists. Okay, and then bent knees in this position here, and then take a nice deep breath in, and then as you straighten your legs, just come up onto your elbows. Okay, just readjust so your elbows are nicely supported, and then into fish pose. So sternum forwards and up. Release your head somewhere backwards in this position here. Okay, now you can open as much as you wish, and then slowly try and bring your crown of your head to the floor. Don't put much weight on it, just tickle it. Okay, keep pressing your sternum forwards and up. Okay, soften your knees if you need to. Okay, the final thing you can do is bring your legs together and just lift them off the floor 6 inches. You don't have to do that though. Okay, whatever feels good to you. Okay, keep pressing that sternum forwards and up, releasing your sort of throat and curling through the upper spine. Okay, so nice steady breathing, close your eyes, really focus on what you feel. Final breath, and then nice and slowly come back up with your head, and coming back down the same way you went up. So bend your knees, release your head to the floor, and then arms come out by your side, and then bridge pose. Press into your feet, lift your hips nice and slowly. Okay, so this is a similar feel to fish pose. If you allow your spine to curl, you don't have to, you can keep a straight line. Okay, and just focus on the glutes and the tops of your thighs. Okay, but see what it feels like to you. You can release, start pushing up towards your head, feel that curl in the spine if you wish. Squeeze your bum, and then soften and come back. Okay, or we can just press into our feet, come up to that level position, squeeze our bum as we come up, press into the feet, squeeze your heels to your shoulders, and then soften and release. Okay, inhale here, exhale, do the same thing, up to a straight line, squeeze your bum, pull your heels back to your shoulders, soften, release to the floor. Okay, breath in, exhale, same thing, press into your feet, straight line, squeeze your bum, pull your heels back, soften and release. Okay, bum to the floor. Bring your knees into your chest, give them a squeeze. Maybe roll from side to side, massaging your low back. Arms out to the sides. Just bring your knees to the left-hand side. Okay, you don't have to put them down this time. Okay, just try and hold the weight, but soften that sort of right side, right hip. Try not to allow your right shoulder blade to lift. Okay, nice steady breaths, and then Nice and slowly over the other side. Same thing. Don't put your knees down, just hold them. Soften that left side this time. Left shoulder blade your guide. A couple of breaths. Back to the center. Release your feet to the floor, arms down by your sides. Tuck your chin in, nice. Breath in. As you exhale, turn your head to the left-hand side only. Okay, squeeze your head to that left-hand side, squeeze your neck muscles. Nothing else moves. Coming back with your head. Rotate your head the other way. Squeeze the neck muscles. Release, come back. Okay, just lift your head alone. Squeeze your chin to your chest. Okay, feel those lovely muscles engage the front, pulling your head up. Other ones stretch. And then come back to the floor. Lift your chin, tilt your head. Press your back of your head into the floor and lift your chin a little bit further. And then soften. Tuck your chin in so you feel that lovely stretch. Back of your neck. And then straighten your legs. Come into your final relaxation position, Savasana. Okay, feel everything in contact with the floor. Arms so slightly away from the body, palms facing up if that's comfortable, or palms down is fine. If it's better for your wrists, forearms or shoulders. Okay, feel your low back. Okay, squeeze your abdominals, press your low back to the floor and hold it. Hold, 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 squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Soften, let it go. If it's too far off, bend your knees. And then relax down into Savasana, your final relaxation position, corpse pose. Close your eyes and then scan your body. Okay, so feel everything, micro move anything that doesn't feel right. Take a few moments to adjust everything and then try and remain still for our relaxation. And focus on your breath, so breathing in and out through your nostrils, nice, steady, deep breathing. Following or monitoring the movement in your chest, belly gently presses upwards to the ceiling, chest expands. Even those little sacs right just below your shoulder girdle. Feel it all. And then exhaling's reverse, those upper sacs released first, chest starts to fall, squeeze ribs together, pull belly inwards and upwards, okay? Getting rid of everything the body doesn't need. Before relaxing everything back into an inhale, belly gently pushing up, feeling that lovely expansion in your chest and lift, even up to here, just below your shoulders, feel it. And then release, feel it release from there. Okay, allow your ribs to fall and sink inwards, gently squeeze them with your intercostal muscles. Okay, it's all part of your diaphragm. Pull your belly inwards and upwards. Okay, so you feel that sort of tightness in your diaphragm. And then soften everything and release into another inhale. Okay, so really feel your breathing and your breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Okay, touch the parts of your body that you know are moving. Okay, it really will help you to connect. Okay, and then relax back into just your normal breath, your normal natural way of breathing. Soft, only breathing as much as your body needs. And then try and feel the muscles relaxing away from the bones. As you breathe out tension. Breathing in, relax. Breathing out, relax. Continue to relax in this position. Just go with what you feel like. Otherwise, just return to the here and now. Take a nice steady breath in as you do so. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, and bring your arms up over your head. Give your body a lovely long stretch, pointing the toes, flexing the feet, and then very slowly bending your knees, roll over to one side or the other, and then using your hand, press yourself back up to a comfortable sitting position. Palms together, prayer mudra, nice straight spine. Close your eyes, take 2 nice steady breaths. Namaste. See you again soon.